This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee and the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. This is the Lee Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, your host and your co-host for the evening. If you're new here, hey, how you doing? Welcome. But if you are one of our A1 since day one, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't keep us to yourself, even though I know you would love to. Go ahead and tell a friend to tell another friend. And if you would like to be one of our amazing VIP guests and you want to do it anonymously, or if you want your pretty face shown, don't forget, text us by texting 833-370-1608 and put relationships without an S in the comment. So, hey, Demetrius, how you doing today?
Doing just love on the bunch. How about yourself?
Wonderful.
I want to tell everybody, like I always tell you, hey, like, subscribe, and share this podcast. Because you never know who out to help. This time, we ain't about to help nobody, but if we've been do reaction, got a reaction on the button? Been do reaction.
Yeah.
So y'all please like and subscribe.
All right. Are you ready? Let's go.
And on the bunch, I'm ready.
Let's see.
Hey, y'all watch certain things. I'll let you know. My mic go out. I got to get another call, so y'all excuse. All right, let's go with 100 bunch.
All right. And you all, please be mindful that all these apps that you see. So this is a reaction of Shilo Sanders' son, the one that's playing for the Buccaneers. And who were they playing, Demetrius? You know, give them a
Buffalo
little
Bills. Buffalo Bills.
Were they in the Buffalo Bills territory, or?
I think that was in Buffalo. So now I ain't sure now. I'm home to it.
Okay. All right. So anyway, if you've been living up on the rock, then you might not know. But if you haven't been living up on the rock, you know this have went viral. So let's go ahead and play. So 84 seems to be the aggressor, you see, and they're playing it again.
Yeah. The play gonna stop.
Okay. And then Shilo punch him in the face.
Shilo, he threw a punch at him too now.
Yeah.
But Shilo the last one through it. Yeah.
So okay, Demetrius, I'm very upset about it. You know, I just need to stop sharing my screen. I am very upset about it because I am a member of the CU aunties, and these are who we all aunties from various locations call these guys our nephew. In order for to show them support, and so many of us, came down and we discussed, how we felt about it. I didn't get on the live. I just made my comment. I wrote my comment in. But when I see stuff like that, Deion is already up under scrutiny, and a lot of them say it's because Roger Goodell, he did something to Roger Goodell's nephew when he was playing in Jackson State, and he didn't allow him to come to Colorado, or, allegedly. And they say that's where it stemmed from. So that's why they were black potential.
I ain't heard that yet. But I remember that boy playing.
Yes. And so they said that was the big thing. And he has it out for Prime because of doing that to his family member. My thing is that it's hard. And I don't like using the race card. I promise you I don't. But unfortunately, being black, driving while black is a crime. Buying while black, being black, doing bird watching, being black doing being black in a predominantly not black neighborhood, kids the laundry list go on and on and on. I can't, even make some of the stuff up. Driving while black, all of it is something. Playing football while black, playing football while being rich and black is seem to be the thing. And it's hurtful, Demetrius, because these kids want it. And for the first time, they're not able to, actively get it, because of their own merits. They're having to be stopped. I hear a lot of people that talk about it and saying, you know, if the Deion Sanders wasn't their father, or if the Deion Sanders wasn't their father and they didn't have the last name, you know, could their outcome be a little different? One thing that we all can attest to, that Deion raised these boys right. He raised all his kids, not getting into trouble, to be different. They're not young baby daddies. Those things that he did do right. But to get all that way, Demetrius still to come up short, to be treated like that, and we can all see it in plain sight. And that's the hurtful part, because we can't do anything about it. And they're gonna have to either do one or two things. Either somebody in the league gonna have to take a stand and go and say, bump what the NFL saying, and I'm gonna walk this out, like how Costco did with President Trump about the DEI. Either you're gonna walk it out and being able to suffer the consequences of being suffer the backlash from it, or you're gonna have to go ahead and y'all ride with the NFL against, you know, what they trying to tell you to do, and being able to, you know, the music class is hard. I mean, even putting him in, then taking him out, not letting him do the 2-minute drill, and knowing
What you know about a 2-minute drill?
Because I done read enough. I told you I'm Team Sanders. I done read enough, and it's hurtful. And I'm saying it as a mom of a son that played football. You know, not when you know that's where you really want to be. Demetrius, think about something that you really wanted, and you came up short with trying to get it. So
Yeah.
you can go ahead. I don't have anything else.
No, like you got most about this thing.
I am. I'm gonna see you, Auntie from Georgia.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna stay out there. But yeah, when I looked at it, you know, I play football and I love football. I watch it all the time. And y'all watch that. I mean, some of y'all gonna get to watch the video on the podcast on YouTube, and some ain't gonna get to see it. They're gonna be on on the Apple Music podcast. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. The boy went there trying to block Shilo. Okay, the play blow dead. Everybody gonna stop. The dude kept going. Shilo looking at him like, "Hey man, you know the play gonna stop." He kept shoving him. Then he slipped a little punch in on Shilo. And Shilo shot one, but Shilo threw the last one back. Okay, they caught it. But man, anybody got conversation know that was a setup. They set that boy up. And that boy, you know, I heard about him say he he's a good fella, but he's short tempered. And people, people know how to, people know how to push your button. Are you in a relationship and a person know that you calm, relax. They know how to say one thing to trigger you, to make you go off. You know, my mama, you know, I knew how to, I wanted to make her mad. I knew what to do. I knew how to piss her off. You know, I knew the dude coming down the hallway running to the door and make her mad. So that somebody, you know, I'm just saying, well, it looked to me like they did it attention. I don't know what he told her to do that, or he just did it because he didn't like Shilo. I don't know. But you can tell the play had stopped. And he didn't want Shilo like he didn't like him, like he wanted to hurt him, y'all. Excuse me. Lord have mercy, my stuff falling down on me. Everything falling down on me over here now. But yeah, y'all hold on a minute, y'all.
God, don't play about me.
Right there. I was just saying. All right, there we go, y'all. Hold on. I don't know what happened. The thing just fell out. It don't like me now. It fell out on me. But y'all, yeah, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. You know, it had a little drop out. But yeah, they it seemed like the boy did attention. They like Shilo. Or somebody told that boy to do that. But Shilo, good man, I see him, the boy like a happy kid to me. He always happy. I got a sense of humor. But you know, you ain't gonna let nobody run over you now. And that's what they tried to do. They tried to run over the boy. They tried to attack him. And like I said, he defended. I mean, he could have. I ain't gonna lie. The right thing to do would have been just took it and walked out. But if somebody know your weakness, and Charlotte will have to learn that. I mean, he gonna have to learn. People know that that's what trigger him. That's what trigger him. They gonna come at him like that. They ain't gonna be. He get back in now. Okay, where he go in life? It can be football tail. It can be small on the street. You got to control your temper, young man. And I know easy for me to say that, but I've been in a situation. People gonna try at me, and I almost snap. But I realize you trying to set me up. How you got to think about it, Shilo? They're trying to set you up, brother. Then Shadura, like you said, but hey, man, he got in the game. They put him with the third screen, full screen, whatever the defense, offense line in there, ball running for his life. Then they get like the game by the last 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes, this ball gonna get down. That's what you want to do. 2 minutes, show your skill. Show how important you is to a team. And the man saw him get it. He took the ball there. Put a man in there behind him. The fourth screen quarterback, fifth screen quarterback with the boy. I think he's the fifth screen quarterback. I want to say right. He must be 1, 2. Yeah, he's the fifth screen quarterback. Put him in there. And then the boy didn't do nothing. Then they cut the boy after the game. So what'd you put him in? You should have left Shador in there. They cut the boy. The boy gone.
Oh, he gone? I didn't know that part.
Yeah, took Shadur out and put the fifth string boy in there. Let him do what he gonna do for 2 minutes. And he got through. They cut him. Say, well, he was never gonna make the team. Shadur could have showed us what he could have did, but they didn't want him to show it. He would have showed it people like you, me. Though he been good for.
Missed up.
I think that boy sold like Angie. I might have said $130 million for his jersey, but they gave him $14 million out of 130. So it's something like that. You heard that? Shadur jersey. Say he sold made $130 million. Shadur now. And they give him $14 million. They gave him 14. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they're mad at Dion, man. I don't know what Dion gonna do to him, And you can't, Prime is his own man. But Prime, the older than I am, he's the same age I am, the older than I am. You got to know how people are. People don't like people like cocky people. They don't like us like that. They get mad at me because I believe in myself. I got high self-esteem in myself. People don't like people like that. Yeah. They go against you. It comes up. And like I said, I ain't know that about Roger Goodell grandson. Went out. I signed out. Tested 1, 2. You have it now? Yeah, I didn't know about Roger Goodell grandson. I didn't know that. So that could have something to do with it. I ain't saying that would live, but somebody at Prime, because his attitude, he ain't got a bad attitude. He got an attitude like I like. He believe in himself. And I believe they coming for him, man. His kid got the file. They mad. They trying to they can't get to him. He already established. Say, you know how you get to somebody you want to get hurt him. Maybe the kid.
Yeah, the quotes that Dion put on there, and he was being sarcastic, and he said, "It must be the money."
Hit that.
Yeah. Okay. He threw it right back out. Like, what is it? It must be the money. And then when he act like he was talking about Nike, promoting his old song.
Yeah, so Nike did.
Yeah, they did something. You have to go to his page and look at it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. So I just feel that Demetrius' life, and none of us can relate. None of us is in prime financial situation, been in his situation, period, can relate purposely in alignment for walk, step for step on what he have the reason why he have had to have that cockiness attitude. It's easy for us to say, about being humble and doing all those things. It's easy for us to say, but think about Malcolm X. Think about Tupac. They were unfiltered people, and they got the recognition that they deserve for being who they truly are. Look at the late Muhammad Ali.
That's right. He did.
So I don't agree with when I hear people say something about his cockiness. Not when I know. Look at Mr. LeVar Balls. Even when President Trump helped his son, and you think it would have been the nice thing to do to tell him thank you.
Our president is very cocky.
And it's okay, exactly.
I love it. I love it.
Then, so wait a minute. How can we or you or certain people like certain things President Trump come in with swagger and say what he mean, and then gonna try to take it back and backpedal on somebody else? Is it because we used to upholding a person that's non-black in those superior roles? Is that why? Because when I hear that, that's the only thing it makes me minimize myself, and so many of us have did that. Don't talk too much. You say, look, do you realize, and I know I'm just kind of changing the subject for a minute, do you realize over 350,000 black smart women have gotten laid off and lost their job in some very high position places? And you know who they say the number one smart women running, educated? Black women. And guess what? They losing their job. So again, you have to know twice as much, do twice as much, go twice as far, and still not being given the opportunity. And still having to say, oh, you know what? Don't be too loud. Don't act like you know it. But if you don't know it, then they think you really dumb. You don't know. And then when you do get up there and you trying to act and be assertive, then guess what? We need to calm her down a little bit, or calm him down a little bit. So it's kind of, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, add to that, like jobs we got, I had a job one time and the boss man, he was kind of like, he was trying to put his weight on you, come around, let you know he in charge. Yeah. He didn't like me being loud. So I had to let him think he was in charge to get around him to keep my job, because if I'd like to buck him, they got rid of me. They don't like people that trying to stand up for themselves and feel good about themselves. What are you feeling good about yourself? You're a black man. Some people look at it, and I ain't say everybody like that. Look at it like that. So why he feeling good? Okay, you got money. Look at Prime, you got money. Yeah, you got it. But I'm gonna stop your son from getting it. They're gonna spend your money. They won't spend their own money. That's what they're trying to do to the boy. That's wrong. Them boy kids, man. Leave them boys alone, man. You can't get mad at Dion and try to take it out on his son, cause something he did, man, y'all need to handle it out. And whatever he did, Prime must did for a reason. It wasn't like he was trying to be personal. I know what I mean. He like he built like a bill. He man a dream. spiteful to people. You know, everybody got their own way. I got my way. You got your way. President got their way. Dad got their way. Everybody got their way. But at the end of the day, everybody try to do what's right. Should want to do it right. Everybody do it. Should do it right. I'm pretty sure. I don't know everything Prime do, but he might be a man trying to do it right. Like if he do it right, it ain't right. You know, ain't nothing he can do. But I know he's trying to. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do it right.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't want to add to that. You know, when you talking about, you know, you're trying to, you know, like the president got swag, Prime got swag. They don't want to have swag. They're trying to tell them, boy, look at him. Cause your daddy, that don't mean you're your daddy. We're going to show you. That's what they're trying to show them, boy. Go ahead. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I understand, but when the Super Bowl, Kendrick did the Super Bowl, and he did that song, "Be Humble," and he did it because that's what we have always been known. He's a poet, he's an artist, he's, you know, take real life stuff and being able to turn around and put. That's the reason why I encourage people, if you haven't had the opportunity to go to the African Museum that's in Charleston, South Carolina, you know, my husband, I told him my husband gonna take his mother, and we're gonna go back. And I also want to go to Washington D.C. I had got a free, well, not necessarily a free, but a discounted trip to Washington. And Demetrius, that's why I want us to go. We're gonna go to Washington. We're gonna go to the museum there. And again, they say it's twice as better than the one in Charleston. So if you don't know what heritage is, and we having to still be quiet, be humble, and not get so beside ourselves. And because we are limited, we are scared, and we are not about taking risks. And when we allow, I mean, I know about holding yourself, and when I'm saying holding yourself, I'm talking about your tongue and not being, you know what I'm saying? Because even when I'm at work, I make sure that, you know, I have manners. I don't just kind of talk, you know, any kind of talk in front of, you know, the boss.
Right.
And there was a lady that me and her started together. So she was a charge nurse, and I still, you know, was a nurse, a staff nurse. But now she done moved up to director, and they was want to do cocktails. And so I noticed that she was going with other people, but she never went with like the rest of us. And I said, hey, I said, I know that you in your new position. I said, but we can go out. We don't have to do cocktails. And she bust out laughing, and she said, Angie, we still can do cocktails. And I was saying to myself, no, we're not doing no cocktails. We'll talk about it. But you'll never be able to get me into a place or get me into a setting and being able to be drinking and get your mind off what it is supposed to be done. Because people know when you drink, it takes over and you don't know what your mouth said against what your common sense is thinking.
That's right. You're telling yourself. You ain't
Exactly.
gonna tell on you.
So
That's right.
therefore, you shut up. You be humble with that kind of sense. You have to know your environment, and you all have to learn how to read the room. And I mean, it's heated now. And Shilo did take accountability. He said that he allowed his emotion to get the best of him. He apologized. He said he respect the lead's decision. But I'm sure in the heat of the argument, like, why was he off the team and he got waived, but the aggressor, nothing happened to him? He is the one, he throw the punch too. He grabbed him by the face mask,
Oh yeah.
but nothing was saying. That's the part, Demetrius, that I'm saying. How do people that the aggressor, how do they feel so comfortable doing stuff and not having to face any repercussions about it? But we are always having to take a back seat. We always having to suppress. We always having to go and like, you know, First Lady Michelle, or former First Lady Michelle Obama, like they go low, we go high. Why do we always have to be the ones that's doing it? I know, silence. That's what I'm saying. So you all,
Yeah.
when people tell you about your history, like I said, I have a book here. I have a book here from Charleston right here, and y'all need to read it. I don't think you can see it,
And-
'cause
and-
yes, you can you see that?
yeah. Yeah. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to read it. Charleston down there, and it's telling you. I got another one. Freedom, freedom from the sea, cause he thought
Yeah.
about himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I bought those down at this African market. I mean, the market African museum, and you all, if you don't learn about history and who stood up, You're gonna always sit down, even when opportunities that you feel like they're supposed to be yours and you don't get them because it's jaws. And I know we talking about football, but I hope somebody on this radio, on this podcast is listening and they thinking about it's been a job. But because you are complacent and you don't want to leave, sometimes God close the doors, Demetrius, because if you never move, you're never gonna be able to see his act.
That's right.
If you stay scared, if you stay humble. Sometimes you have to be a little radical. I learned so much about Angela Davis. I was proud to have my name Angela, and I stood back when she raised the black fist. I was very proud of her pioneering. So some of us are gonna be some ushers. We gonna, we want to we want us to be quiet, and we don't take much fuss. And like I said, I get it. I need my job. I don't say nothing. Learn how to hold and keep your emotions. When even with working with patients, being able to hold and
That's
humble
right.
yourself. You have to have some decorum. I talked about that on a previous podcast. You listen, if you don't know what decorum is, holding yourself and being able to present yourself in such a way that people would not believe and when you have a wild and out experience, they're like, oh no. The reason you remember when you said that I think you sent a text to our son lately, like if you change, people will never associate you with that lifestyle. If you change.
That's right. And never know when you did it, you could just change it right there on the spot.
But Shador and Shilo don't have that opportunity because cameras are always watching. On the sideline, while they drinking Gatorade, while they walking. Look at the kids. They got the influence.
But they're used to it, Ange.
Yeah, wait a minute.
They're used to that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But when you used to that, Demetrius, what Shilo showed us is he human. He retaliated off an emotion. He retaliated, Demetrius, because somebody was punching him. Those are normally emotions. Very rare. I can believe. And I don't even know much about football, but what's that guy name? I want to say his name, Tony something. That
what he do?
No, that he probably would have lashed out too. I'm talking about some of your people who that wouldn't have took that. They would have been like Shilo.
But you got to know, Shilo had to know. It's like you got a temper, and you see, and then people know that you again. He got to know they're gonna try that on him. They're gonna do it again. I don't care where he go. It ain't got to be on a football field. He can go to a restaurant. Somebody will try him to make him snap, but he got control of that. You know, people coming for you. I know people come for me tonight. Want to push my button. Want me to go out. I ignore them and I get around them. I know what you're trying to do. It's me. I know what you're trying to do. I think that way.
That remind me. Somebody want to press my buttons and tell me that I'm hiding and I'm doing stuff in my own way. So I feel like somebody trying to press my buttons. And so if I react, would that be the same thing, Demetrius? Yeah. Would that be the same thing?
That's right. Somebody push your button, you fall for it.
Okay. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for telling me.
People try to come at me all the time. Hey, and I know they're trying to push me, pick at me. I won't let them get to me. You ain't been to push my button. I'm a strong black man. I know you're trying to, and Shilo need to know that they're trying to do it to him. They're trying to push his daddy button, but Dion, he got it. They're trying to. Everybody got a cut off, but they're trying for it. They come from Shadur. That's how people do. When they think you doing something, think you on top of the world, they think that you think you on top of the world. Oh, they want to bring you back down and back to the boat and get back in the ocean and start sailing in the ocean. They don't want you on top of the earth, flying through the sky like you free. Get back on that damn boat and go across the ocean. So I tell you, get off of it. That's what they're doing to him, boy. That's what they're doing, honey bun. I'm telling you. They can't shit your home. I know the drill. You know, we deep thought. You looking at something.
No, I just know when you said that about pressing your buttons, I feel like those of us who have anger management issues.
That's right.
And we don't realize that we do. But I think when people call you out on it in a marriage, in relationships, if people have when you want to know like what your weaknesses are, go to somebody who's with you all the time. And when they say something, but I want you to be open to what they tell you though. When somebody tell you something, I don't want you to be a hothead and not listen.
Oh, what my weakness, What my weakness is?
Your weakness is that you have ADHD and you bounce around.
How you? What triggered me?
You trigger around when you trying to do something and you don't finish the thought or the activity out and something interrupt you. You get all discombobulated. You have to be able to learn to control yourself. You
Okay,
have to be able to
I
take a
take that.
take a deep breath and step back and you wonder and you ask, okay, is this here something that's urgent or is this something that I can multitask? And you can't, then you need to be able to work on it. That might be a thing in order for a weakness to become a strength, then you have to identify that it's a weakness first. And I'm saying even for me, when you call some things out and you said, Angie, you have an issue with that. And I'm like, no, I don't have no issue with that. It's easy to be defensive. But if you done said it more than one time, I was like, oh, let me not get defensive. Let
But
me
let me ask you a question. That's your weakness trigger you. Why do you let it trigger you? If you
okay.
know a
But
person
that's
know that you're weak and they're gonna keep doing it.
but that's
Why
what
don't
I'm
you?
saying. A lot of people don't. That's what I'm saying. Even with
Oh, he knew
Shilo,
that. Oh, he knew that. Yeah, he
he
ain't gonna say
probably
it.
don't. That's what I'm saying. See, that's what you assuming.
I
If
said
he
I
wait a
told
minute,
him he got a temper.
if people have said that to him, if people have observed that about him, but he have not acknowledged it, then Demetrius, that's what I'm
Oh,
telling you. I'm
oh,
talking
you
about
say
you.
he ain't
No,
acknowledge it.
I'm saying you have to self-acknowledge
Oh, okay.
that I got a problem. Problems don't get fixed just because you saying something. Problem gets fixed when somebody came and they have took accountability and say, you know what? I noticed that I have been sleeping. That I'm not doing any studying. I'm just laying in the bed, just sleeping. I'm not doing nothing productive. When I wonder why tests not getting done, you remember I told you the other day, I said, Demetrius, I have an issue. I said my tests are not getting complete. They still going over to another day. A week done passed by and I still haven't finished it. You said, well,
Yeah.
Andrew, you know what to do. I was like, yeah, I know what to do. So I know that when I'm working, I have to put things in time slot. I know, so I purchased me a planner. I was like, okay, Angie, you got to put things in time slot. If it's outside of the time slot, you can't do it. You have to put things in that time slot. If it can't be done within that time slot, then guess what? You got to get pushed to another day. But once your time in, it's over with. That task, you got to move on to something else. You getting behind doing it your way. That's what I mean by identifying. A lot of people don't see that they identify. If you identify, let me tell you what something you said. Oh, this is what you said. My mom told me that just when I ride in silence, that's when I can get all my ideas. And Angie, I
Yeah.
tried it, didn't work. You
Yep.
know why your mom told you that? Cause she felt like you were doing too much talking, too much wasting time, and
No,
not
listen to music. This is not that music in the
yeah,
car.
exactly, not
Yeah.
doing what you need to get done. But when you come telling it to me, it didn't work on me because I already practice solitude. I already don't ride with no radio and nothing in my car. I already don't be talking to people on the phone. So when I'm sitting up there listening at that, then that's very hard when you saying it. Not all the time.
You don't talk on the phone.
Not all the time. I don't. No, not. I don't.
Do
I
you
don't care.
know? Do you know you're talking to your husband? Don't
I
you?
don't care what you say.
You
No,
call
not
me
all the time.
all day long, every day, and
Yeah,
you ain't.
talking
But
to
yeah,
you. Talking
yeah.
to
I
you.
told him on the
Talking to
phone,
you.
man.
I tell you what, run my call out back and look at it. Run my call out back and then see who I'm talking to.
Y'all,
I put $100 on it.
let me tell y'all what she talking about for y'all. Just might help y'all out too. My mama told me one time, I get in the car, play all that loud music, boop, 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 boop. She say, you ever thought about cutting your radio off and just ride with the car by yourself? Just try it. Tell me what you come up with. And I said, what she talking about? So one day I got in the car and my radio wouldn't play. Something wrong with it. I kept fumbling with it. I had to over short or something in it. And I just ripped down the road and I started thinking about all kind of stuff. How I can make my life better, my business. I just thought about anything that I should have been thinking about, but I never wouldn't think about. And it made me feel better. I started thinking about God, thinking about my job, just anything, my kid. When I got that music on, I listened to the man rapping and singing. But so y'all need to try it sometime. Get in your car and just cut your, don't call nobody on the phone. Cut your phone out and just sit in the car and go to A to B. It's quiet and think. You make some of the best decisions. Say your mama told you something, or your wife told you something, folks, and you might didn't agree with at the time with her, but you get in the car by yourself and cut and just sit and think about Well, what she say, and I do it this way. I did all kind of scenario, and I came up with the right answer. So I didn't want to pass it on to y'all on this podcast. Just sometimes get in your car and cut your music out, don't get on the phone. Wherever you're going, just think. I bet you make some good decisions. I didn't want to add that in, Angie, because my mama helped me. I want to pass it on to somebody.
Yeah, and I know people saying, what they have to do with Shilo. And I'm
Well,
saying,
you do got. I think I should make finish that. And Shilo, he gonna get now. He's sitting at home by himself. Wherever he at,
Yeah.
thinking, why they let me go? He
Yeah.
need to sit there and think to himself. Say,
Yeah.
look at man, Shilo.
Consequences.
He hit me. He pushed me. He stopped me. Then he said, well, what could I did different?
Yeah.
I could have just let him push me, put my hands in the air,
Yeah.
put my ego down don't look like I'm look like I'm scared of him or something, or I ain't got no, I'm a nerd or something. I should have took that out of my head and walked away. Yeah. But that's how you think to yourself, make decisions like that. Yeah. But go ahead. I don't want to add that in there.
No, I'm glad you brought it around, because I know some people, that'll look at this and they was like, what they have to do? I clicked on here for Shilo. The reason why I brought it back full circle, because we may not can relate to Shilo about the football or being in the NFL. Only a small percentage is going to be able to do that. But what we can relate to is being able to look at our habits. And when they say, when you want to know why you in your situation, look at your habits. One thing Dion had said on one of his quotes, when he do motivational moments, every day he do motivational moments. And one day he did something, and I didn't take it to heart, because I still wanted to operate off Angie and what I had personally. But this is what he said. He said, where you want to go? And I'm paraphrasing, might not be the exact words, but he said, where you want to go? Where you trying to go? He said, wherever you trying to go or whatever you trying to do, is what you doing today gonna lead you there? Yeah. And it was silence. And when he said that, I normally I'd be jumping and, like an agreement. It was time for me to do a self-evaluation. I tell you all this all the time. It was time for me to do a self-evaluation. And I realized, Angie, you are not. Those famous Amos cookies is not going to get you into what you want. Angie, operating and looking, sweets is not going to get you what you want.
I've seen some cookies on top of the refrigerator.
Yeah. Because I had them on the job, and guess what? I went and purchased some. I was like, I had 8 famous Amos in a long time. But I was at the urologist's office, and that's what snack they had. So I'm just saying that when you look at yourself and you trying to get somewhere, if you trying to get financial stable, then your surroundings supposed to mimic that. And you don't know what the word mimic that mean look like. Repeat. Supposed to be similar. Same thing we talked about, on a previous app. If you're trying to be in a relationship, you need to be around people that's mimic that. If you're around a lot of people and they busted and disgusted, you are gonna be the next one. That's guaranteed. If you are trying to move and this is what I even said, because Demetrius and I know that we desire a house. I told him, hey, let's go look at some house. He like, oh, I don't want to go. I want to wait. I don't want to go until I have the money. I said, what books are you reading? All the books that I have seen would say, get your mind. Go house. They said, go house shopping. Go into the millionaires or wherever you're trying to go. Go to those neighborhoods. See what that look like, feel like, smell like.
You have seen a 3D house, ain't you?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I go house shopping. I go to the 3D shop.
Yeah, and so Mr. John Hope Bryant, I enjoy it. You talking about a good motivator. Mr. John Bryant, him and Mr. Golden. I like Mr. Golden too. He's high on my list. But Mr. John Bryant, I'm gonna tell you what I like about that man. Because he's a straight shooter when he's talking.
He without that foolishness.
No, he ain't. No, that's right. He ain't finna sugarcoat it with you. He let you know. And he said something the other day when he was talking. He said, when you go to a suburb, it's nice and quiet. The lawns are cut. He said, but when you go to the hood, it's noisy. It's looking run down. He said, you can't even hear yourself. We're talking about your thoughts. He said, you can't even hear yourself think there. He said, and they know that it's a difference. to keep the hood in the hood. And but the thing is that when the people in the hood get over there to the suburbs, though, and I'm saying it because when Demetrius did it to me, when we transitioned when I transitioned from the trailer park to the suburbs, Demetrius missed one thing. He should have already had exposed me to it before I got there. He was already used to a house. I wasn't. It was easy for me to leave it because I wasn't exposed to it. I want some of you all to think about that. It's easy to walk away. When you're in relationships and you wonder why they ain't working, it's easy to walk away. You're not used to it. Going back to Shilo, it's easy to be hard, tempered when you're not haven't been really called out on it. And maybe it took this for you to get called out on it. And like I said, I know who the aggressor was, and I'm putting the responsibility on the number 84. But Shallow, like, Unc has said, Ocho has said, being able to call, you have to be able to handle your emotions. And unfortunately, you didn't do it and especially at a time when this is the last game to see where you're going to be part of I think the number was 52, part of the roster.
Yeah, had a bunch. Probably need to close this out. The internet going bad. He's short him. So we're going to let you go and close it out for the thing shut down on y'all. That's all I had to say anyway.
Okay. All right, you all. This is Angie and Demetrius. We are the Lead Life Experience Podcast. If you like what you heard, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like what you heard, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And subscribe. And Shiloh and the Southern family, I know everybody praying for y'all. I'm saying it real quick. I do say good prayer. I'm going to pray for you, man. Yo, man. I got a son too, so I'm not going to pray bad. I got good prayer for you and your brother and your family. Daddy too, man.
The aunties love you. The CU aunties love you. I see they got NFL aunties love you. We love you. We appreciate you. And again, thank you so very much for giving us the opportunity to watch and witness your journey. And this is not what they say, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is only a minor stop in the road. And we're going to be prayerful that somebody look beyond the situation and still give you an opportunity. All right. You all, the Lee Life Experience Podcast. Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us. Text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.